Let's be honest here. You like your magic cards, but do you like them too much? Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you found me out here in the nacho cheese universe of YouTube, thanks a lot for checking out this content today. Is that the way I used to say it? I hope you guys are chilling out. You're going to have some breakfast, get your family and friends around. Maybe you're going to play some Magic today. A little Commander, a little Standard. Who knows what you got going? I hope it goes well. Remember, I always say, bring a friend to Magic. Now in today's video, I'm going to give you a few scenarios there. We love our Magic cards. We love to play this game. And the idea of being constructive and creative with the Magic cards they've given us to just blow opponents out of the water, build the perfect deck to take on another type of deck, it's a lot of fun. And as the years go by, your collections tend to grow. They get bigger. And some people just like to collect it. They like to have a sealed box or two. They like to display it, talk to friends about the amazing epicness of getting that one box. Or maybe you had a really good experience with that one particular set and you want to have a few boxes around for a future draft experience. A lot of us do that. Other people like to collect those cards and hold on to them for long periods of time. There's also investors who buy particular cards, boxes, or sets to resell on the secondary market. Now, sometimes those things can go awry, and that can lead to the third option, which is a hoarder. So this next little step here, we're going to go over and show you the actual definitions taken from some online stuff. Let's take a look at those now. Our first one up is the collector. Now, some collect as a relaxing hobby or to create a decorative space in their home. Others collect for the challenge and reward of finding a rare, unique items from across the globe. You all know that's how I feel about the reserve list. Finding a City of Shadows or Sodevi excavations makes my mouth water. Love my reserve list fun. Bring me a Mox Sapphire any day of the week. Now, the varying reasons why people collect is what makes the psychology behind collecting so fascinating. Studying how collecting evolved to become the modern hobby and evaluating why people begin to collect certain items helps us better understand this psychological impulse. Now let's take a look at our next one here, and that is going to be the investor. Now an investor is any person or other entity, such as a firm or maybe a mutual fund, who commits capital with the expectation of receiving financial returns. Investors rely on different financial instruments to earn a rate of return and accomplish important financial objectives like building retirement savings, funding a college education, or merely accumulating additional wealth over time. Now, Magic card investing does not really give you dividends, as most people who collect Magic realize, but the cards do tend to appreciate over value to very high levels, and so do sealed products. That has brought a lot of people on board to Magic investing who enjoy the game but like to have the cards. Now, the question people ask is, are you a Magic investor? If you have some sealed product you don't intend on opening, if you have cards that you plan on selling later on to help fund your retirement, chances are you're some form of Magic investor. Now comes our last one, which is, what is hoarding disorder? People with hoarding disorder have persistent difficulty getting rid of or parting with possessions due to a perceived need to save those items. Attempts to part with possessions create considerable distress and lead to decisions to save them. The resulting clutter disrupts the ability to use living spaces. Now that's from the American Psychiatric Association, 2013. Okay, so now we've showed you all this. So now that I've showed you these three options, a lot of you have probably come to the conclusion where you would fall. I looked at myself after researching this video because some people on the channel asked for it. I got some emails about it and I said, yep, I'll put this together. And when I thought about my cards, I go right to Mox Amber. A lot of people know I have thousands of copies of that particular card. And at first I did it to prove people wrong, where I said, this card's going to be more than a $3, $4 card. It's going to be. And all those people who were naysayers and said it wasn't going to happen, I did it to prove a point. Now, there have been people on this channel who said, why don't you sell them and go for more reserve list cards? You're right. There's probably $20,000 worth of Mox Amber sitting here. Now, I didn't pay that much, but that's how much is there. And that's a good chunk of wealth. It's money that, I mean, let's face it, it'll be hard to get that money back. Selling that many would just be crazy to think about selling. But not only that, I started a YouTube channel after I started collecting Mox Ambers. I started after that point in 2018. So now what's happened is I have a lot of Mox Ambers. when my YouTube channel started. I kept buying more, of course, and it became part of my channel. It's part of the decoration of this channel. It's part of what I've known as being MTG Moxman. So I consider it part of the persona of the channel, which is why I don't get rid of it. But remember what it said, hoarders will find a reason not to get rid of things. So you got to think about that. You got to recognize there could be issues. When you look at all the old cards in my background right now, everything you see up here, you see the Moxes, you probably see, you know, maybe a Black Lotus or two. When you see those cards, those are from decks. I actually taken them out of decks, and I still deal with those cards. I play with them. I still get together with my friends and we play old school Magic. We play vintage legacy stuff. We have a good time. So I play with those. I don't intend on getting rid of them. They're going probably to my kid as I get older. Now, the sealed product. When you see all this sealed product, all these boxes. Originally, I had this whole reverse pyramid scheme where I said, you know, you get one box that goes, let's say 300. Because back then boxes were 100. Goes to 300, you sell it. Take your original investment of $100 out, and you double by buying 2 more boxes. Now, Magic prices have increased. Makes it much harder to do. You have to hold the boxes for a lot longer. And again, I started a YouTube channel to talk to you guys about these sorts of financial thoughts and feelings I have, and I held on to them a lot longer. And I'm going to continue to hold on to them. It doesn't mean I'm not going to sell them, but I'm definitely going to hold on longer than I intended. But when you think about that, this stack here cannot go on forever. I have a small house. I cannot fill up multiple spaces. I don't have storage rooms and other places to keep it here. It's a very small house. So eventually I'm going to have to sell some off. How do I feel about that? I'm actually fine with it. You have to recuperate your costs at some point. What I would probably do is offer to my patrons first at a discount. If they didn't take it, it'll hit eBay or some other platform. But when you were at home thinking about this and you saw this video and you saw those definitions, do you feel you fall in one of those definitions? Do you feel maybe some of those things, those thoughts have come to you? You said, I really have a hard time getting rid of some of these cards. They're just too awesome. Well, guess what? A lot of us have that feeling. And as I've thought about it and reflected upon it myself, I realized, yeah, I probably held on to some of my stuff a little too tight, but I can't help it. I love the game. I'm not hurting anyone, so I would consider a problem right now because it's contained to one room. It stays in this room only, and that's my rule. If it gets too big for this room, I have to get rid of some stuff. Just like my toys, I'm liquidating down to make room in my house because I've gotten past that phase of my life. I'm going to keep a few little small boxes of toys. Everything else is going to go. You have to do it sometimes, guys. You got to purge it out and realize where you are and what stages in your life you're at. I couldn't dust that many toys any longer. That's just what it came down to. So I really hope everyone enjoyed the video today. I hope you learned something from watching all these things. If you have questions, comments, concerns, I really hope you take the time to think about that. Put it in my comment section if you want. We'll get a little conversation going. Hit me up on my email, Instagram, wherever you'd like. I'm always available, as you guys know. Thanks a lot for tuning in today. I'm glad you tuned in. I'm glad we got to have this discussion about hoarding. I mean, I looked back on this and I realized, you know, my mom was a hoarder. She had a house that was hard to walk in. And things were closing in all the time in like the hallways and stuff. I don't think I recognized that 10 years ago. It's only in the last couple of years I've really realized how bad it had gotten for my mom and dad. So that can be difficult. That's something to really reflect on going forward. You know, you don't want to leave your folks or anyone to any problems. You want to help take care of them. So anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bring a friend to Magic. Have a good time playing. We deserve it, right? It's a Sunday. To all my amazing patrons, thanks again for supporting this channel each and every day. You guys are so special. I put you in colors, rainbow colors, shiny colors, purple colors, all kinds of colors I could find. Thanks a lot to my amazing patrons. I'll see you guys on the live stream. I wonder if I would become a hoarder. After watching all that and going through it, and you guys made it to the end of the video, congratulations. We are definitely going to do something for you guys right now. We are going to go with a Core Celebrant. Simple cards right now. Core Celebrant. Boom, 10K box. When I thought about that stuff, it really made me think about things, people I've known throughout my years, people who may have had issues. And I realized, you know, as I get older, I don't want a lot of clutter and stuff to deal with. I want to keep things kind of minimal, right? So I've got to get rid of some of my like toy things cluttering the house. But Magic cards fitting in one room, I think I can deal with as long as it kind of stays within a 2 or 3 foot space, right? How do you guys feel about your space at home? Do you got enough room for your Magic? I think that's what would stop a lot of players from collecting the boxes anyway. Only so much space in the world, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you're having an awesome day today. Thanks for hanging out at the end of the video. The end of the end of the video, right? Is that what you call it? The end of the end? Looking forward to some great videos with you guys this week. We're going to have some Crimson Vow openings at some point next week. I'm looking forward to it. So thanks a lot, guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you on the live stream tonight. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is a Sunday video. Yeah, you'll see you in the live stream.